Delegate from Fairfax, Delegate Simon.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, members of the House of Delegates, Fairfax County and Falls Church City, I know they're perceived by a lot of folks down here as sort of a very insulated and well-to-do community, and in many places that's true, but Fairfax and Falls Church employ nearly 40,000 federal government employees, and many of those employees are being required to come to work every day and do their jobs and work overtime and extra shifts, and many of them are not being paid for their work. And as this shutdown grinds on, it is really starting to grind down our constituents and the people of Falls Church and Fairfax and Virginia. This weekend in Tony, Fairfax County, Virginia, at the Giant parking lot, Food for Others had to set up a food tent to give out food so people can get basic necessities like beans and rice and food to feed their families. Falls Church City Public Schools sent out a flyer for folks that are suffering and to make sure that they knew where their kids could get free and reduced price meals. And they're waiving the other paperwork requirements so people can immediately get food assistance. So kids are coming to school not knowing where they're going to get their next meal because their families don't know when they're going to get their next paycheck because this senseless government shutdown drags on and on and on and on. Mr. Speaker, members of the House, my constituents, your constituents, our residents, they're not pawns in a game. They're not leverage. This isn't people to be exploited. This pain that they're experiencing isn't something that people should be using to try and gain a political advantage. And I joined Senator Kaine and Senator Warner and our congressional delegation in calling on Congress and the President to lift the shutdown, end the shutdown now, put people back to work, start paying them, and keep working on a greater compromise. But we don't need to keep the government shut down to keep working towards a compromise that suits everyone's needs. Mr. Speaker, members of the House, I appreciate the time.